What's going on, Aries? Welcome to your 2022 predictions reading. This is the Autistic Mystic. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this reading, Aries, we're going to take a look at your overall energy for the year 2022 and see what is coming your way here for the new year. To start us off, I'm going to be doing a traditional tarot reading, but as we move through, we're also going to be messing around with some oracle cards for you as well. Keep in mind, Aries, that this is a general reading, so take the messages that apply to you, that resonate with you, and leave behind the ones that do not. This reading is going to be good for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Be sure to check out your other signs as well for a full forecast of your 2022 energy. And the cross watchers are definitely welcome here as well. So if you are wondering what's going on with my Aries friend or lover, you guys are definitely welcome to stick around and see what's going on. Just so you know, Aries, I am also an Aries. I don't know if I've ever told you that. So much love and namaste to all the Aries gang out there. Also, definitely feel free to smash that like button, comment what you think of this video, and share the video if you feel called to. All your support and engagement is definitely appreciated. And we definitely have a great year ahead of consistent readings from me for you for 2022. I definitely appreciate all the support. But now let's get into it, Aries. Let's go ahead and do 4 shuffles and really pull the energy and see what's coming your way here for the year 2022. As always, I'd like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Aries. 2022 messages for Aries, please. '22 messages for Aries, please. 2022 messages for Aries, please. All right, Aries, let's lay out these cards and make sure that you can see what's going on here for you. 3 major arcana cards for your overall energy. Super powerful year coming up. I can tell you that. All right. Sorry, I'm a little bit OCD about how I make the cards touch each other. I don't know why I freak out if it's not correct, at least in my mind. So, all right, Aries, looking like a powerful year. So let's get it going. Let's start off for you in this top row. This is all about your overall energy here for the year 2022. We have the Strength card, we have the Empress card, and we also have the World card here. So I definitely see you guys completing a certain phase of your life here with the World card. The World card indicates that you've kind of gone through the hero's journey, or you've gone through a big journey. You've been through the ups and the downs, and you're going to be rewarded for the journey that you've been on. So you probably have gained a lot of nuanced experience about how the world works, okay, about what I need to be doing. It feels like you guys know where you're going to fit into the world now. So you're going to be rewarded for that in 2022. A certain cycle's over for you now. You're going to be stepping into a new one. And that always includes rewards and new experience here. So you got to love it here, right? You also have the Strength card here for your overall energy. So you guys are definitely going to have to embrace new challenges with grace. You know, the Strength card is all about kind of facing a difficult situation, but remaining calm when doing so. It's kind of like, you know, when you play a sport, if you get overly emotional, you can fall into the wrong position. You got to remain level-headed here with that Strength card. Also, it's all about taming the ego a little bit. For a lot of you guys, I feel like the 2022 is going to be a super successful year for you, it looks like. And so this is all about keeping your ego in check, you know, remembering that any amount of success that you experience, there's always a degree of luck involved in that. And so this is all about remaining grateful and keeping your ego in check. Even if you guys have put in the work and you've been on a journey and now your life is really starting to rise upward spiral here, always keep your ego in check here. You see how the woman is kind of taming the lion. This could also be sexual urges. I feel like there could be a need for you to kind of channel all of your creative sexual energy into an endeavor here this year. But all three major arcanas for the overall energy, this is definitely going to be a year for you that you remember. I kind of feel, Aries, like this is going to be a very pivotal year. And you also have this Empress card. So there's a new level of abundance available for you here, Aries. The Empress card, she's the most powerful queen because she has all of the elements contained within her here. So it looks like it's going to be a super balanced year for you, where you're going to be moving through the physical realm, maybe building a business, getting a promotion at your job, starting a new relationship. I just see with the World card to the Empress card, it's like you got a whole lot going on here, Aries. Also the Magician, all the 4 elements here. So it seems like it's going to be a very balanced year for you. Of a lot of excitement. I like what I see. This is looking like an amazing reading here, Aries. Now, the Empress card also is coming through as a partner. So no matter whether you're a male or a female or whatever you are, whoever you're into, I do see this Empress card as being a divine counterpart for you that you're going to meet this year. So especially if you're single, Aries, I do see someone, it's almost like a soul contract, or someone comes in. This person could really enhance your life. They could be abundant. And I feel like this person is a reward for the journey that you've been on. You certainly have some sort of security here, Aries, that maybe you haven't had in the past. So I definitely see it being a good year. And you say, the year 2022, 222 in numerology is the master builder number. It's all about laying a solid foundation and putting in the work to build a legacy here. So I definitely like what I see here. You also have a lot of creativity because you have the 3 of Wands and the Empress, number 3. So I like what I see. We're going to have to clarify in a second. But then we move on to this middle row. This middle row is kind of like the intention that I set is that it would be your overall energy, but it would also be what you don't see coming. And so we have the Knight of Swords, we have the 3 of Wands, and we also have the Magician card here. So this Knight of Swords card, I feel like you're going to be charging forward here and really expanding your reality. The Knight of Swords, it's kind of an energy of like, I don't give a shit. I'm just going to do what I want to do here and push forward here. And it's interesting because this Knight of Swords, the way that in the sequential order, you have the World card and then you move right into this Knight of Swords. So whatever like new phase of your life you're moving into, Aries, it's almost like you're going to be going full speed ahead. You see me doing it with my tarot channel here. I've definitely entered into a new phase with that, letting go of an old one and just pushing forward. So I feel like a lot of you Aries are going to be doing that. So this card is also, the overall energy is make sure that you don't really, there could be people giving you advice that you kind of have to ignore. You have to go your own way and really push forward despite the challenges that you will. And it's like meet challenges halfway. It's like if you meet something before it gets to you, it's way easier to deal with it than kind of like procrastinating. And so that's what I see you doing here, Aries. Now you do have this 3 of Wands as the centerpiece to your reading. And since it is the centerpiece card, it does inform all the other cards about the energy for you. So the 3 of Wands is kind of like it's kind of like a planning card, but it's kind of like a mixture of planning and doing. Okay, it could indicate travel. Overall, it shows you that you're in a really strong, solid position. You see how the person has his hand on one of the wands here, like stable. So I just feel like you guys are in a really, it's almost like if you want it, you can have it. Right? If you set your mind to it, you'll definitely do it. So I see almost a shift in what you want here as well. And then you have this Magician energy, Aries. Right? So the Magician energy is all about manifestation, creation here. We also have something about utilizing your ego and your higher self here, because you see how the Magician is pointing up and also pointing down, and the Strength card is also a similar theme. Also, the yellow background indicates willpower in that solar plexus chakra. So I feel like you guys have everything you need to create the life you want this year. It's looking super good, I get a positive year, and once again with that World card, I feel like you guys have been building for a long time to get where you're at now. So enjoy the journey, enjoy the new love. I feel like new love is coming for you here. So I love it, Aries. It's beautiful. So we're going to have to clarify that in a second to get more info, but then we get the advice from your spirit guides down here. We have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Six of Pentacles, and we also have the Death card. So the Eight of Pentacles here, Spirit's definitely calling you to be productive this year. You know, it's like, I feel like the phrase coming through for you, Aries, is like, if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I feel like whatever you guys have been going on, you've been putting in the work, keep putting your head down and doing it. For me, it's like tarot. Like ever since I started doing tarot readings, my life has really changed, and it's improved so much. I love what I do, and it helps other people. So Spirit's saying, keep doing what you're doing. You know, you're moving in a productive direction. And if you feel like you're not, for others, it's like maybe just get going with something and start it. You know, don't have expectations, but just put in the work and you'll get where you want to go here. So productivity here, a lot of good things for money as well. You also have the Six of Pentacles. And what's coming through is this is kind of a card of giving and receiving, of balance. So I would say as long as you give, you will get. What you put out is what you get back. That's a universal principle. You can't run away from that one. Also, there's this feeling of receiving what you deserve. Once again, I feel like with that World card, you guys have been on a journey, ups and downs, craziness to get to this spot. Now it's all about like receiving what you're worth. So make sure that you set a high price for yourself as well. You know, the universe can only give you what you feel like you deserve. And so there's something about giving and receiving. Make sure that you're giving, but also be willing to receive. And receiving in this middle row here, I feel like it has to do with the Empress. So whoever this is, I feel like this is your person, Aries. So whether you're a woman or whatever you are, there's a divine counterpart coming in. Make sure you're able to receive it this year, pretty much. And then you also have this Death card, Aries. So whenever you have the World card and the Death card, it indicates that a certain phase is completely over. I really get money. Like I feel like you guys are not going to have any more money issues. You know, I feel like that phase of your life is over now. Also, there could be something that your spirit guides are telling you to let go here. All right, there could be some sort of loose ends, like maybe it's a relationship that you need to end here. There is a death that your spirit guides are advising you here, Aries. So what I would say to that is make sure that when you go on this journey, tie up your loose ends. And I like what I see. You know, I definitely like what I see. So let's go ahead and clarify a few of these cards for you before we move on to the Oracle portion of this reading. So let's go ahead and clarify that World card. You know, what's this World card doing in your overall energy here? I feel like you guys are going to receive abundance for all the work that you've put in. Let's see. I feel like you guys are going to get so much abundance this year that you're not used to it, and so it might bring you out of your comfort zone. I would be doing visualizations. Make sure that you keep your comfort zone on top. You know, you expect and you deserve abundance is what Spirit's telling me to tell you. Like make sure that you keep that going. Keep your thoughts positive. Let's see though. Why is this World card here for Aries? There could be a feeling of overindulgence for some of you. Like now that you've accomplished a certain goal, you may be kind of slipping into bad habits because you don't have to work hard as you. There is this feeling of you don't have to work as hard as you used to. Now you're actually getting something for the work that you've put in. So that's always good, but you could kind of rest on your laurels a little bit. I would say don't do that. Keep pushing forward with that Ace of Pentacles. All right, last one. Why is this World card here for Aries? Okay, the World card is clarified by this Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so you guys are definitely, all the work that you've put in is finally paying off. Finally. You know, this is like you looking at your accomplishments and feeling really good about it and now being able to utilize them. Like maybe for some of you, you've put money away in savings, and maybe this year is the year where you're actually going to start to spend it. There's something about you feeling really accomplished and like kind of showing off your work here, feeling really satisfied. And so in this new phase, I see you expanding the work you're already doing. Really good year for money for you, Aries. Once again, I said that thing about money. It's like, I don't think you're going to have to be worrying about money like you used to. You may get a promotion. You may start something new here that's going to really up your financial gain. You're in a whole new reality now, Aries. So you got to love it. And then you have, of course, the Sun card popping out of the deck. So I just feel like it's happiness. This reading, if I had to describe it in one word, it's happiness. It's all the elements, the Empress and the Magician, right? It's like you're not focused on one thing overly. You're balancing work and play, relationships, emotions. It's great. Now, the one thing I would say, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of reflection this year for you. Okay, it does seem like it's going to be a year, besides that Three of Wands, every other card is like a doing card, right? You're doing something. You're letting something go. You're bringing something in. So this could be a year for you of intense action. You know, you love to see that. But let's go ahead and clarify this Strength card. Why is this Strength card here for Aries? I feel like the Strength card could be here to say, like, don't screw up what you have, you know. There's something about knowing when to stop as well. When you see successful people, sometimes they don't remember the original goal that they set. And so they keep pushing, but they overdo it, and then things fall apart. It's like sometimes you got to know when to stop. You got to know when you've reached your goal, and it seems like you have. So I would say enjoy it. But why is this Strength card here for Aries? Tell us more about it. Clear jumper. All right, we have the Three of Pentacles here coming out. Strength. So what came through, even as I was shuffling the cards, Aries, it's almost like because you're starting to get what you want, you're starting to get what you've worked for, life is moving in an upward spiral. You're like, oh my God, I can manifest whatever I want. I can live with wherever I want. I can manifest whatever partner I want. I can have the status, whatever it is. There's this feeling of like this incessant need for more, even though what you should be doing is being grateful for what you have. Now, the Strength card of the Three of Pentacles is about people. So this could be a work situation for some of you, or you may have, if you work at a job or something, like you may have people that are rubbing you the wrong way, and you have to be strong. You have to be strong, I feel like, waiting to collaborate. Okay? Now, this could have to do with this Empress, Aries, where I feel like there's someone or there's something that you're waiting to collaborate with. Now, I'm going to give you guys an insight that you might think I'm weird, but there's certain people in this reality that I don't actually know yet, but I just know that I'm going to collaborate with them, right? Like I'll give them a tarot reading one day, or like I'll be their friend or like their spiritual coach or something. And these are like pretty like notorious people. And I just know that I'm going to have a connection with them. And so maybe sometimes there's this feeling of like, I want to collaborate with them now. But remember, everything happens in divine timing. So there is this feeling of waiting to collaborate with someone at the right time. This could have to do with your career, but for some of you, intuitively, it's coming through as love as well. Like you may have a certain someone that you want to be with. You may have to be strong, especially in the beginning phase of 2022, really like waiting for the right time, because this is like the beginning of 2022, right? That first card. So I don't know. I love what I see there. And just abundance with partners. You got to love it, Aries. So let's move on to the center row, what you kind of don't see coming. Let's clarify this Magician. Why is this Magician here for Aries? Why is this Magician card here? Okay, we have the King of Cups coming out of the deck. And the King of Cups is kind of a card of like sitting in your emotions here. And so I feel like there's a certain situation with the King of Cups to the Magician. Finding a way to kind of stabilize your own emotions, also have compassion for others, being really emotionally stable, not being afraid though to like dive into the chaos of your emotions, just so that you know that when you do that, you don't suppress and you actually solve the root of the problem. So the Magician to the King of Cups here, I feel like you're manifesting emotional stability here. So not only like, I feel like here's the problem for you, Aries. It's like a lot of you guys, you have all these pentacles. A lot of you, you're like, it's almost like people recognize your greatness now. Aries, it's like people on the outside, it's like your life looks polished on the outside. I feel like what you're going to be manifesting in 2022 is like, well, what actually makes me happy, right? It's like, I know that I've manifested things, especially with money and maybe love, but there's more, right? There's more of an emotional, like, you have to find out what gives you peace. And I feel like that's what's coming through here. So maybe a little bit focused on emotions. manifesting emotional stability. And maybe for some of you, that's going to come when you meet this counterpart, right? Someone to balance you out, someone that you can share a life with, or even just for a period of time be in a relationship with. So I like what I see there. Let's also clarify this death card. Why are your spirit guides putting this death card for you down here? Now, for some of you, you might have to let go of a relationship, because as I'm about to shuffle, we have the Three of Swords. You might have to let go of something painful, but let's see. Why is this death card here for Aries? Okay, so the death card is clarified by the Page of Swords here. The Page of Swords is kind of like the intellectual brainiac of the tarot. It's all about gathering information, but also like cutting through bullshit with the power of the intellect here. So the death to the Page of Swords, you know, there might be something that you cut off, and then there's gossiping people about you here. Also, there could be something you need to get more information before you cut something off here. So this could be a planning thing. So it's almost like before you cut something off, before you let it loose, because Spirit is guiding you to let something go. Maybe you need to figure out information. It's like, okay, well, before I let go of this, where am I gonna go next? That's kind of what's coming through here. Page of Swords to the Death card. Now, kind of a straight up definition of this would just be overthinking, right? Like I said, the Page of Swords is like the brainiac of the tarot. Maybe it's a death to overthinking for some of you, but for others, I do feel like it's like before you let something go, you need more information about it. All right, so just be aware of that. Even though your life's going good, you have some loose ends that you're going to tie up here. Also, this could just be information about how you can expand your business, right? It's like however much money that you make, it's usually directly tied to your identity and what you feel like you deserve that you make. So this death card to the Page of Swords, maybe it's some of you here like really wondering, well, why do I believe I deserve 10K a month? What if it was like 200K a month? What if it was like crazy, or it's like way more than I currently have? So it's like wondering here. Also like figuring out, what do I need to let go of now? For some of you, it's like, well, my life's going good, but there's always loose ends I could tie up. That's what I sensed here. So Page of Swords to the Death card, you gotta love it. So now let's move on to the Oracle portion of this reading. Let's have some fun here. So this, if you guys have never seen this deck, it's called the Keepers of Light Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. It's amazing. It has all these different like archetypes of people here, ascended masters, whoever you want to call it, right? But let's see, what we're going to do now is see what energy does Aries need to embody this year to really make it their best year yet. So this is going to be guidance from Spirit about what you need to be, like what is the energy you need to reside in to really make this year go good for you. Let's see. What energy does Aries need to embody? What energy does Aries need to embody this year? All right. What energy does Aries need to embody this year? All right, so we have 3 masculine cards. So there could be a really, like I said, there's not a lot of like self-analysis. There's a lot of pushing forward. 3 masculine cards here. So this is the jumper. Let's start off with that. Okay, so we have this card that says El Moria, Awakening Presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. So this energy here, you see kind of like the peace within this guy's eyes. Like it's almost like nothing can faze him here. But intuitively what's coming through for this card is that you guys do need to be present to the moment here. Once again, I did see this energy of like always wanting more. Now that you have a little bit, it's like, oh, well, what more can I get? It's like, no, maybe, and that's why the King of Cups is here actually, because it's all about finding peace within. Now that you have a good external situation, that doesn't dominate your psyche anymore. So it's all about the inner journey now. It's all about feeling like, although you're going to be pushing forward, don't let that overwhelm you, Aries. And it's like what's coming through is like when you're struggling to pay your bills, it's really hard to like meditate and do all that spiritual stuff. Now, if you're really on the leading edge of thought, of course you'll meditate when you don't have money because you realize that will help you get money. But what I'm trying to say is like when I was really struggling financially, it was just like, oh, I can't do this. I just have to like make ends meet, right? Now it's like stillness, and you guys are abundant enough to invite stillness into your life. Presence, awakening, a cloak of protection of love. So always stay in that love energy. Then you have this Sanat Kumara, light activation. Shine your light. Your internal guidance is coming through loud and clear. So this is shine your light, be a beacon of light. You see how this person is kind of like some sort of Pleiadian energy, some sort of starseed energy here. Definitely shine your light, be a beacon of hope. You're in a position to give back to other people now. And that's why the Six of Pentacles is here for you, because you're giving and you're receiving. You're not taking, right? You're not like a parasitical energy. You're very balanced. So make sure that you shine your light. You be an example to other people here. And then you also have this Melchizedek energy, higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required for further progress. And that's why this World card is here, right? You've learned from experience. You've been on a journey, but now it's time to step into a new journey. So it says, more inner study is now required for further progress. So tap into that Melchizedek spirit. Now this is all masculine energy too. So that's super interesting, right? So definitely a new phase opening up for you guys, but a lot of powerful masculine, spiritual, powerful people here. So with that being said, Aries, if you want more information on your 2022 energy, feel free to book a personal reading with me. You can find information on that in the description box of this video. I would love to work with you guys to give you more clarity and insight. But either way, I appreciate you guys, and I'll talk to you next week on your next reading. Have a great 2022. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Much love and light. Peace.